Hello, Dr. Cinema. Yeah, back at my old parents' house. So, different settings and such. But anyway, still, Musical May, gonna try to keep a few more videos coming out. So, it's movie face-off time. Disney is probably the most famous of cranking out musical movies. Granted, they're all pretty much in animation form, but that just what makes it even more fun for the little kiddies. Don't say little kitties again, Eric. God damn it. Anyway, two of those most famous movie musicals are Aladdin and, of course, Lion King. Now, Lion King and Aladdin are two movies that are usually put up against each other, but they're not always the two movies that always go up against each other, but they're two of the most famous that usually get put up against each other. So, I think it's time to do a little 5-round movie face-off. So, let's begin. Round 1, story. Story of Aladdin is that there is a misfit named Aladdin just living the poor life in Agrabah. Princess Jasmine doesn't want to marry just to marry. She wants to marry because of love. Aladdin comes across a lamp with a magical genie, and with the genie's help, he tries to win the affections of Princess Jasmine and ultimately stop Jafar's evil plans from happening. Sorry. It's your more or less standard story for an animated Disney film. It's a little bit of fun, but again, it's fairly standard. The story of Lion King actually focuses on anthropomorphic anthropomor it focuses on talking animals. And so we have Simba, a lion cub, son of Mufasa, king of the Pride Lands. Is that what it's called? Pride Lands? It takes place somewhere in the continent of Africa. And when Scar, Mufasa's brother and Simba's uncle, manages to kill Mufasa, making it look like it happened in a stampede and putting the blame on Simba, Simba runs away in fear, lives the majority of his life with Timon and Pumbaa until his childhood friend Nala comes back, brings Simba back to the Pride Lands to help defeat Scar and bring back order. So the story of Lion King is inspired / based on the general story structure of the Shakespeare story, Hamlet. And of course, there is some criticism about Simba the White Lion, but we're not going to talk about that. So, having a Disney movie make its own kind of version of a Shakespeare story actually can be a little bit interesting, and it does pull off. Plus, it has one of the most emotionally wrecking scenes of any childhood film. So based on that, I'm giving this to Lion King. Now let's move on to round 2, main character. It's hard to define who exactly is the main character in Aladdin. You could argue it's Princess Jasmine, but we do kind of start off with Aladdin himself. And plus his name is the title, so I guess it's actually not that hard to decide, but Aladdin is the main character. He's that kind of rough bad boy, but it's Disney, so not too rough, and not too bad. And he's enjoyable. He's got a certain charisma about him, and he is pretty entertaining. However, he does kind of get overshadowed by some of the supporting characters from time to time, which doesn't really work in his favor. Simba is the lion cub, son of King Mufasa, and while he does play off with other supporting characters pretty well, you really don't see him being really overshadowed by anyone. I mean, it may seem like it, but Simba still has a presence. He is very likable, and you really do kind of care and sympathize with him. And since Simba does seem to get more of an emotional connection I guess maybe it's because he's also like a lion cub and that somehow helps little kids connect with people somehow. This round again goes to Lion King. Now let's move on to round 3, supporting characters. So all the supporting characters are very strong in The Lion King. You've got Timon and Pumbaa, of course. You've got Nala, Rafiki. Wait, is Rafiki the bird? Or the baboon guy? Oh god. Point is, there are several strong supporting characters in Lion King that bring their own unique style to the film. And of course, you have Aladdin. And like I said, Aladdin has supporting characters that sometimes overshadow the main character. But you've got the Rug, and you've got Princess Jasmine, but also you have the Genie, Robin Williams as the Genie. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of giving this round to Aladdin just based on the Genie alone. I mean, Robin Williams probably gives arguably his best performance in this film. Sure, it's not perfect, and like I said, there are probably other performances that could compete for best Robin Williams performance, but it's become pretty much an iconic character for Disney. And I just have to give it to him. I just have to. So this round goes to Aladdin. Now let's move on to round 4, the animation. Like I said, Disney films known for their animated films. So, Lion King has some very beautiful visuals to it. The sunrise over the Pride Lands, all the animals gathering together to see the birth of Simba. Sorry. There's a lot of beautiful imagery in this film, and the characters are all well animated. Aladdin, though, kinda has a little bit more room to experiment with its animation and give even more impressive visuals by introducing some magic stuff to it. You've got the big sand, lion, tiger thing, evil magical Jafar. There's just a lot more room for experimentation with interesting and impressive visuals. So, yeah, don't have to give this round to Aladdin. So, 2-2 tie. One last round. The music. Of course, no entry in Musical May can escape without actually talking about the music itself. We have Aladdin. Honestly, the only song I can actually remember is Show You the World. That's really the only song I can actually remember from this film, and to be fair, it is a pretty good song. And it's iconic of the film itself, and one of Disney's best songs it ever created. So it is still impressive, but like I said, it's really the only one I can remember. That's not to say I can remember every song from Lion King either. But I do remember 2 songs from Lion King. There's Circle of Life, which is, of course, uniquely Lion King. It belongs to Lion King. No one can really ever take that away from it. But you also have the song, I Just Can't Wait to Be King. And I'm pretty sure there are a couple other songs in there, but like I said, even I don't remember every song in Lion King. But it is a little bit impressive to have me remember 2 songs from a film instead of 1. And Circle of Life and I Can't Wait to Be King is... Oh wait, shit! I almost forgot! Hakuna Matata, how can I fucking forget? Hakuna Matata. Again, something that is uniquely Lion King's thing. Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba. So that's 3 songs I remember. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, as you can probably can tell, I'm giving this round and the movie Face Off to Lion King. So that is it for this movie Face Off. Yeah. Lion King is, of course, a Disney classic, and Aladdin is still a Disney classic as well, but of course, Lion King is just better, simply put. Well, comment, like, subscribe, share. If you're wondering what I'm going to do next, I'm going to find every other. I want to be the king, Dr. Cinema, so I'm going to find everybody else who has an account named Dr. Cinema and get rid of them all. Long live the king.